All right, folks, welcome back to the Norwell Athletic Complex here in Norwell, Mass. Beautiful field complex here. Your Whalers trailing the number two seeded Whalers, trailing the number 3 seed Cohasset, the Skippers, by a 6-3 score to start the second half. Nantucket has played well in some aspects, not so well in others. Cohasset flipped up.
Face-off has not been.
Cohasset has a lot of interchangeable parts. It's not as though any one particular player, especially in the midfield, is really standing out, but they have a lot of them. And Nantucket's been relying on pretty much one midfield with a couple of subs throughout the first half, and now going into the second. Dwayne Burton on the sideline right now, so James Culkins is likely out there playing defense. Let's see. It's Gambroni, Starr, and Bartlett in the defensive midfield. So Culkins and Burton are out to start the second half. Nantucket's got to get back to dodging to feed. And also, here we are defense, got to communicate.
Oh, yes,
nice play. Now,
oh, wait a minute.
The official throws a flag 10 seconds after the kid is hit. Now, I'm not saying that was a clean.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that was a clean hit. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But the official didn't see it. He threw the flag because the player's hurt, and that's just not the way you're supposed to do it. And he knows it. That was. I'm sorry, if the kid's hurt. That's not a good thing, obviously. But the official threw the flag 5 seconds after the play. I think that time. Gambroni gave him what appeared to be a legal body check, but he was looking down and maybe got it in the neck. But in any case, we sure hope he's okay. Looks like they're just assessing him right now. Generally in lacrosse, folks, if you don't know, you're not allowed to line a player up and hit him the way you would in football. It looks like he's going to be all right. That was a hard body check by a bigger player. But I don't think that Gambroni lined him up. I think really it was a question of him being out of position when he got hit.
Oh, did he hurt his arm?
And got hit awkwardly. It looks like it might be his arm.
That's good.
Yeah, once again, and I think the fact that it appears to be an upper body injury tells you that it was a legal check. It was just, you get hit sometimes, and you get injured. It doesn't make it a foul. But
so, do you think he threw the flag just to stop?
I think he threw the flag because once he saw the player injured, he assumed there'd been a foul. He did not see the foul take place.
So there was no foul.
No, there's the foul, unless they picked it up. So we'll see. I think he's going to call a penalty right here. Maybe not. Let's see, one. Yeah. Nantucket's going to be down a man, probably for a minute. That's really unfortunate sequence there for Nantucket. There's a really nice hustle play by Gambroni, and now Nantucket's got to try to bow their backs here and stop this extra man situation.
Yeah, all right.
Let's go, defense!
Cohasset brings it on. Dianusa behind the goal, up top. That deep. Cohasset getting that ball moving.
Backside!
The backside. Cohasset's looking at. They'll try to skip one through now. 15 open on the backside. Colin McFetridge, the attackman, was wide open on the backside that time. Teams are at even strength. Teams are even now. Got to get on his hands. Nice save.
Came right up from behind him and didn't see him.
Well,
you got to talk to each other.
Nantucket's got to get this ball across. Ball onto the offensive zone by Dwayne Burton, the speedy junior football player. Great athlete. Nantucket's got to be nice and patient here. Sam O'Keefe showing a lot of grit out there. Skip past the Harnisfeger. Nice take by Gambaroni. They might give that to the goalie. That was close. Nantucket was fortunate to come up with that. Sam O'Keefe, the sophomore, bring it on. Sam fighting through a little bit of an injury right now. So maybe he's going to move a little better in the second half than he did in the first. He's got to get away from that sideline. Runs to a check and drops it. Spencer West is on him. Come on, Spence.
See, you got to hustle, guys. You got to go get it. Another flag.
They get Spence for a late hit. Well, folks, that's the kind of sequence that really hurts. You know, you turn the ball over on an ill-advised dodge. You know, I mean, if Sam's not 100%, you don't want to necessarily carry the ball against their number one long stick, and then ball gets turned over. They clear it, and we get a foul away from the play. They score. Now we're down a man for a minute again. So it's really crucial that Nantucket have a good defensive stand here. They've got to get longer offensive possessions. As we saw with that last shot by Gambaroni, they can get the shots on goal when they're patient and run their offense. Keep their spacing right. Don't dodge into traffic. Keep it wide. Keep it moving. That's what they do best. I think that personally, I'd say Gambaroni and Burton are really the only players, and Spence, that can win their matchups consistently. I don't think anybody else in Nantucket's team today really ought to be getting the green light to dodge. Let's get our initiators dodging and be active off ball.
It's 7-3 Cohasset with 9 minutes left in the game. Or in the third quarter, excuse me.
Cohasset mishandles it.
There we go.
That's a good timeout,
A good call by the Cohasset coach there to save a possession. Now it's 8-3, Gino. It was
8-3. Okay, they hadn't.
7-3 at halftime. You know, once again, when Nantucket runs their offense through their initiators, which today the guys with the good favorable matchups are going to be Gambaroni, Burton, and Spencer West. They've proven they can run by their guys. I really think everybody else needs to settle into the role of a reactor, get open off ball, and move the ball along quickly when you have it in your stick. Don't get too close to those long sticks for Cohasset. And Ty Harnisfeger, if he could get into a shooting spot, we know he's probably Nantucket's best pure shooter, but he hasn't really gotten there today. So see if we could get that going offensively. Defensively, we just need to communicate a lot better, keep our feet under us. And really, we haven't been staying upfield of the Cohasset players. You know, you don't necessarily have to keep contact with him with your stick. Just stay upfield as he comes around from behind the goal, and you really do yourself a favor. Nantucket's had to slide and switch way too much today.
Yeah, 7-3.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Okay, yeah, I stand corrected, Gino.
6-3, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 6-3,
okay.
That's right.
Like, hello.
Once again, you see 4-goal deficits turn around all the time in this sport, but for that to happen with Nantucket, they have got to start eliminating these really unnecessary.
And hustle when that ball is down. Everybody go get it.
Yeah,
Do not expect anybody else to get it.
Right, exactly.
This team's too sharp.
Exactly.
This team
Nantucket's man-down group is out there playing a 5 on a dice zone.
They're good ball handlers. Look at them.
And
crisp shooting.
It'll be on the backside there. 15 is open again.
Let's go White.
This is a very well coached team. I think having a PLL player on your coaching staff. That's actually, that offensive sequence they just ran is very similar to what Nantucket does, and there's no reason the Whalers can't do something similar when they have the ball. You just have to get the ball moving and dodge to feed. Once again, we'll see him carried up top. Look to reverse it. I don't hear the Nantucket defense talking at all, and that's a problem. Got to start communicating, guys. And it'll happen on a hot day. There's a little bit of communication there, but Nantucket playing aggressive there, playing aggressive. Now, number up, guys.
They're playing that way.
Come on, James.
There we go. Pick that baby up.
Come on, James. Guys, we got to pick these ground balls up. I mean, kind of, you know.
And then they try to fast break you, and
yeah. Now, teams are at even strength now. Calkins, Bartlett, and Gambaroni out there playing D-Midi. Guys, we got to talk. Who's one and who's two? I'm not hearing it. They've been pretty good about that all year. It's got probably a little bit of fatigue setting in here. They've been playing a lot of defense. It's easy to sit up here and comment on it, but boy, when you're down there in the field and it's warm on a turf field, and
that's a nice break up. Oh,
nice play by Gambaroni. Backside, folks. Oh, feed the crease. Nice check. Nice check.
There we go. Now
that should be a Nantucket ball. He was not in the. He was not in.
I guess he did hit his helmet.
I thought Nantucket just hindered his shooting motion. If anything, it was off him, but because it wasn't a shot. McVicker playing behind the goal. That should be
Nantucket,
white.
baby.
That should be white.
You better believe it.
Yeah!
Good call.
That's hustle. That's the first hustle play. Now let's get a few more.
That's right. You know, Dick Goodell, the great Hall of Fame coach from the University of Maryland, used to say, you can't always play your best, but you can always play your hardest. And I think Nantucket's got to kind of get in that mindset right now. They've made a few misplays, but let's just keep hustling, and good things will happen. Harnisch-Fager. Really, if they have a short stick on Harnisch-Fager, they know he's a righty. And once again, Ty's game is not dodging and carrying, it's being open off ball. They're going to slide early to Terrain here.
Nice job, Danny!
Once again, they slide early to him. No, nice take.
That was a big save.
Nice take, nice save. Once again, a freshman keeper for Cohasset. He's playing well. One of Cohasset's stable of middies clears the ball. Whalers have the number up here. Nice recovery for Nantucket. Once again, when Nantucket's playing with their heads up and communicating, they can hang with these guys. They really can, but it's got to be consistent. Get upfield of him. Nantucket slid that time. The Whalers appear to be in their America defense again. Yeah, they are. They're in a zone defense with a designated slider in the middle of the field, which is Cam Bartlett. Well, you know, that time, I think.
Let's go, White!
I don't think Bartlett really knew where he was on the field. That was a 14-yard shot, and uncontested 14-yard shot, which it's not fair to Keegan Downey. That's a shot a good player's going to take and make, as they say, turn and rake. So let's know where we are in the field. Let's get on their hands. And if we're in that America defense, the whole point of it is let's play aggressively up top and have a designated slider to execute the double. Austin Starr again. This is the 14th face-off today. And Austin's taken almost every one of them. That's a lot to ask of a player.
Get in there.
On a warm day.
Guys.
Don't know what that call was, but at any rate. Hudson Perry, the freshman out there, once again when you're a freshman playing in a playoff game, and you haven't played in every varsity game even, it's a lot to ask. But it'll be good, pay dividends down the road. Cohasset dumps it off. Hickman gets rolled. Nice double.
Come on.
I'm not sure I saw that.
What the heck was that?
I think they heard a noise of this guy's stick and they thought it was his helmet, but it is what it is. And now Nantucket's only been extra man once or twice today. This is probably Cohasset's fourth or fifth opportunity. The defense has to pick up their heads. Somebody's got to be a leader out there and talk and get the teammates talking. So much of playing defense is a mindset. Get your sticks up and talk. Good defense.
But at some point, they're going to have to really kind of get in there and start challenging.
Well, they're
everyone.
They're a man down. They're man down right now.
Well, right now,
yeah.
yes.
I mean, they basically, in that American defense, if they play aggressively on the perimeter with the confidence that they have a designated slide coming from behind them. Nice shot. Once again, that was just over 10 yards. You can't let a guy receive the ball in an uncontested situation like that. That kid should not be able to catch that ball 10 yards in front of the goal. That makes it 9-3.
It's amazing.
But when a little fatigue sets in and you start to lose your concentration, that's what happens. Right now, the Whalers defense has to talk it over and make one play at a time. Know that they've got to identify where they are on the field and make sure to pick them up just a pace outside of 15 yards. A couple steps inside the restraining line.
Come on, win that face-off.
Which is, the restraining line is the 30-yard line on the football field here. Cohasset now with a deep midfields, and it's starting to show in the game in general, but especially on the face-off play. Cohasset has 15 or so guys on their bench, and pretty much every one of them is a contributor today. Nantucket's been playing, their starting team, plus maybe one or two other midfielders for the most part. Perry and Cole Evans have been in there at attack and midfield, and James Calkins has been out there at midfield as well, but nowhere near the depth that Cohasset has. Nantucket is an athletic team, though. There you go. Keegan was on that one. Robert Hickman clearing up the far side. Robert, you need to move the ball. And
Called a timeout.
Coach Aloisi called a timeout to save a possession. When you're a long stick and there's a man in front of you, it's time to redirect the ball. If you get too close to him, that's what happens. They challenge you, and then you can get frustrated, get your hands tied up, and make a bad decision. But that was a good timeout by Coach. But let's maintain this possession. But now, of course, leaves you with only one timeout for the rest of the second half. So not a timeout that you want to use, but that time was a timeout we had to use. Otherwise,
something drastic may need to start to take place here as far as getting that ball, because they're holding possession for 90% of the second half here.
It's always kind of the conundrum when you're a team without a great deal of depth. I mean, we need to get the ball by playing aggressively, but the trouble is, our midfielders...
You open yourself up.
Yeah, our midfielders are tired. There's no question about that. They've been playing defense almost, 80% of the time since halfway through the first quarter. So, they've got to, once again, these extended possessions are so important for Nantucket, not only to get the ball and score, but to, rest their middies. And I think sometimes when you get behind, especially on a warm day, you kind of get into a shell a little bit and stop seeing the big picture and stop, seeing the importance of communicating with your teammates. That results in missed slide-up responsibilities and poor decisions with the ball. So let's see if Nantucket can kind of take a deep breath and collect themselves. You can't score 6 goals at once. Let's try to make one play at a time, see what we can do. Terrain Burton, Speedy Jr. We know Terrain can make the plays. The trouble is, unlike the other teams Nantucket plays, and Terrain can beat anybody, but this team's real well coached. They're going to slide early to him. That's a nice take. Okay, here are the 3 initiators for Nantucket. West, Gambroni, and
Jeez, that
Burton.
was almost a hook.
Nice look. Good. That was Bartlett with a short stick. So Nantucket's playing Bartlett with a short stick now. Good idea.
Now, White.
They really need an energy goal here to prove to themselves they can make plays. Up top to Burton, they'll clear out for him.
Oh, come on.
Can't do it.
Once again, Nantucket really has made a living this year of dodging to feed.
There you go. Yep.
Good hustle, Spencer West.
Put the ball down, Greg.
You got it. Finally, we get a call our way, huh?
Well, guy has to give him 5 yards. Ref got him for basically lying on top of the Nantucket player. Spencer West was on his back, and the Cohasset player probably inadvertently was just way on top of him. Terrain Burton is off the field now. Oh, nice look.
Oh, that's hustle. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice hustle by Ty Harnischfeger. When you have a ball on offense for a little while, you make a few plays, you forget about the bad stuff. But once again, when you dodge, don't run into a crowd
40
here.
seconds. Come on.
Nice save. Nice save.
That's out.
Ball down. Come on, Nantucket. Well, wait a minute. Why did they blow the whistle?
And they flew a flag.
Why did they blow the whistle? They just cost Nantucket a goal by
shut
blowing
your
the
mouth.
whistle.
Uh-oh.
Why that wasn't a play
He said
on?
shut your mouth to one of the kids, I guess.
Yeah, but you know what? That should have been a play on.
Sportsmanlike?
That should have been a goal. That was a golden opportunity for Nantucket to score. Now, did Nantucket get a conduct foul here? I sure hope not. It's going to be white ball. What have we got going on here? But Nantucket appears to be down a man. So there was a conduct foul after the. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're not. It's 6-on-5, Nantucket. I stand corrected.
Okay.
So, but once again, the referee blew it there. He should not have blown the whistle. I mean, I think it was man up.
20 seconds.
And there's no backup. That is inexcusable. Absolutely inexcusable. Sorry, Sam O'Keefe, but you got to.
17 seconds left in the third period.
That's your responsibility. We hold on to the ball there, and we get the ball to start the fourth quarter. Instead, we don't back up the shot. I mean, once again, fatigue is setting in, and that makes you make bad decisions. Ball's loose. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick the ball. Hold it. Hold it.
All right.
Did he have the ball?
Yes, he had the ball.
No, was it in his? Was it in the air? Or was it in his stick?
I don't know. Why? If it's in the air, what does that mean? Face off?
Face off, yeah.
Oh, I see.
But I believe they're going to give Nantucket the ball to start the fourth quarter, which would certainly be a help. I mean, obviously it's a big mountain to climb, but right now let's try to make one play at a time and play good lacrosse consistently. And once again, with Cohasset with the depth, it plays to their advantage. And
here we go.
Nantucket with the
This
ball.
is it.
To start
9-3. Cohasset. Nantucket needs to step it up and finish this game right. And that's not the way to start. Oh, it's still white. Oh.
What's the conduct? I think he got.
Are you kidding me? Another one?
I think he got Cohasset for a conduct foul. I don't know what else it would have been.
Wow.
He called a conduct foul.
I mean, he's not liking the language that ref over there.
Well, I think especially in a situation like this where one team's far behind, they really don't take a pretty dim view of kids talking.
Oh, just do it. At this point.
Nice idea. Nice take. Once again, you see Nantucket. Nice look cross crease by Sam. I mean, Sam's got his head up. He's trying his hardest, but you can just see he's not moving as well as he usually does. On that last missed pass, he just didn't move his feet. Ty's not getting into his.
Get in there. See, he can't do it alone. You got to maul that ball.
Austin scrapping for the ball. Cohasset. They have a guy on the backside.
What'd they call? Penalty.
There's no flag down, so I don't.
It's a flag.
Is there one? It was another conduct foul, I guess.
We have possession.
Yeah.
This one official, I think he's the lead guy. I forget his name, but he's been a thorn in our side before. I mean, he's a guy that really likes to be the take charge alpha, and sometimes to a fault. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm not sure what that call even was.
Yeah, but Rick, he may hear you say that on camera.
What?
He may hear you say that.
I don't care. Yeah, what?
He's a ref, right?
Yeah, what?
They're supposed to be abused every now and then.
Well, yeah. I mean, watch any game on television. Now Willette's got to give that up. Nice job.
You got no time, Spencer. You gotta go.
Okay, once again, Spencer gives up to O'Keefe behind the goal. Get the ball to your initiators. You know, at this point, I'd get Gambroni back out there. Once again, you know, that's something we haven't seen much this year.
Okay.
Coach Aloisi called a timeout to save that possession. We haven't seen much this year as Nantucket dodging into a crowd. We've been really good about dodging to feed, but the trouble today is that I'm not blaming the terrain because nobody's really moving off ball the way they ordinarily do. And when they do, we get good opportunities. I mean, 9-3 sounds like a runaway score, but the reality is Nantucket executes a few more offensive situations, and you know, it's 9-6 or something. I mean, it's really, or 8-6. It's really, once again,
it can happen very quickly.
Very quickly, and you have a sequence or two where you have a dumb foul, you give up an extra man down play, you know, then you lose a face-off, and all of a sudden the game of lacrosse can turn real fast. And when you're playing against really good competition, you've got to be aware of that and really know the value of every single possession.
Well, we hope everybody's enjoying this. If they're watching on Gino TV, watch live, our live clip. You know, you can watch the channel even when we're not on Channel 99. You can 24/7 right there, Gino TV Watch Live. So we're happy to bring this game to you from Norwell.
Looks like that rain they're talking about starting to.
Oh, is it coming?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain tonight through tomorrow morning.
And then that's it, right? Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Nantucket ball with 9:51, just under 10 minutes left. If Nantucket just can convert a couple of these in the next few minutes, you know, make it interesting. I think Spencer's had a good game dodging. Now, as I say that, he gives it up. Well, nice double team, and you know, freshman keeper he's looking real good today.
And these kids are good with the ball handling.
Well, you know,
they really are.
Oh, you know, it's a good lacrosse team.
No mistakes, hardly any turnovers.
You know, that's you know, one of these days we have to build a concrete wall in Nantucket, so our kids can get in some wall time. That's really how you improve your stick work.
Is that right?
Bounce the ball off a concrete wall. And since there virtually are no concrete walls on the island, it's a problem. Actually, people used to go over to the skateboard park and do it. But
Sure, we can find some wall that's got
really great crowd here today for Nantucket, and you know they're still cheering the Whalers on despite the 9-3 score. Okay, here's 8:31 to play. Cohasset killing some clock. I'm wondering if the officials are going to give Cohasset a stall warning in a second if they don't go to the goal.
Eight minutes left in the game, folks. Nantucket needs to score 6 to tie. So we got to get this ball back. Oh my gosh, I saw that straight off. What a shot that was, too.
That was a beautiful shot, and you know that's a shot that not many goalies are going to get to. It was low, it was high to low, change planes, which is what you're supposed to do. He put it right in that low corner.
Sure did.
Keegan was in good position, but you know it's a darn good shot, and take it from not a great angle. So credit to the kid who took it. So that makes it 10-3. See if Nantucket, for these seniors, can get another little rally going to end their careers here. If they can't make a comeback here, and it's looking a little less likely with every passing minute. The Whalers got to keep their heads up and keep playing lacrosse. This senior class has had a great run. The junior Terrain Burton on the ball, hustling after it. Sophomore James Calkins. You know, Joel McVicker was at a showcase yesterday playing lacrosse in a hot setting in Connecticut, and it doesn't seem to be slowing him down today. He's been hustling all over the field. You know, and I think our players are hustling, a lot of them on defense, but, you know, they've been slipping on the turf. They haven't been communicating well enough, and maybe sliding a little too early at times. Nice defense there.
Oh, what a
Nice save.
Oh, my goodness.
Nice save, Keegan Downey.
Attaboy.
Keegan's at 4-5. Really good saves today.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. What's he doing now?
What's the call?
What is this again?
I can't hear him. I think they might be disallowing the goal. You know, it's amazing to me that you can have three officials call a game.
We need to know what these calls are, though.
Well,
over here.
you know, the officials have not made the calls clear on the last two or three, and it's going both ways. I mean, there was a call against Cohasset that was a total phantom, and then I don't know what this was. He threw a flag after the goal. So is it a dead ball conduct, or what? Are you going to tell us or not? He's signaling offsides. They haven't put the post of the goal up. He's saying he's calling Nantucket for offsides, it appears. But if they were offsides, it's not a time foul anyway. He just should have blown the whistle. Now, who knows? I forget this official's name. He made a real spectacle of himself over at Nantucket one time, I can tell you that.
Let's go, boys.
Nice play.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Gosh.
you know.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Pretty play.
It was a good place, but the goalie was right there.
I'll tell you, I really feel like Sam's hurt. You know, he's gritting it out, but he is not playing like himself today. He's hurt. And you know, if we had a plan B, he probably wouldn't be out there today, but he's hanging in there, trying his best. He got cross-checked in the back and the neck by a player from Bourne. It was a very dirty play, and he had to leave that game. Went to practice, but wasn't moving full speed. And he's got 2 more years to play, and he's had a real good season. He's one of the real bright spots. Going in this year, didn't really know who the wing attackman would be, and he's really
Look
stepped
at how
up.
wide open. That's the way to do it. Oh my God, that kid is unbelievable. That goalie is just stopping everything.
This goalkeeper is very good. That was a little bit off balance shot, and plus we didn't back it up, which we should have. But once again, here's Nantucket showing that they can make plays against these kids. It's not as if their second string's not in or anything like that. I mean, Nantucket
That's it. There's a turnover.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
And
But there's 5:29 left in the game. We're down 7.
Here's Turian again. He is so quick. Nice take. Once again, Nantucket during this little sequence. This is Cohasset's starting team out there. Nantucket's outshot them 5-0 or so in the last several minutes.
They're tired too. Cohasset.
Go, Cam!
Okay, get it to initiator. Clear through. He's got a. Good ball movement. Keep it going. Nice check and a flag. Drew a foul there. Number 15 there.
What did that mean? What's this sign?
That
interference?
That's interference away from the ball. We must have contacted it more than 5 yards away from the ball. I didn't see it, but anyway.
4:45 left in the game.
Go white!
Nantucket needs 7 to tie. Let's get 1 right off the bat.
Good ball movement. Keep it going. One cradle and move it. One cradle and move it. That's good. Here's a shot. Nice save.
He wound up. He should have hit it low. Put it on the ground.
Yeah, goalies will bait you. That time he kind of gave a little daylight.
Geez, somebody was right there. Oh, man. Oh.
Good hustle, Keegan. That time the Cohasset long stick passed the ball behind his back. It was a nice play. Obviously, he's a talented kid, but I wouldn't advise doing that in front of your college coach. That gets you a quick ticket to the bench. Well, once again, you can see that this is Cohasset's starting group is still in there. 3, 5, and 2, and 21 at attack. They're good players. They move the ball really well, and you can see they're keeping their first group there because they respect the fact that Nantucket's competing with them, and they want to stay fresh. And for their next round game, which I'd say at this point we can say that they're going to win this game.
Look at that move.
They're going to crease. They're going to get him in the crease.
Any consistency.
They might have called a push there, but I'm not sure. Once again, I mean, this is the most indecisive officiating. And I've really noticed in these 2 playoff games, Gino, it happened the other day against Bourne at Nantucket, it just seems that with 3 officials, maybe nobody's, taking charge the way they ordinarily do, but because there seems to be a lot of confusion. They're accustomed to officiating with a 2-man team.
Stands in the same spot, in the same corner every time.
Nice save, Keegan. Well, look, we're seeing hustle from Nantucket right here. Nice ball, nice hustle. Cam Willett, who's probably not the fastest defenseman out there, just made a nice hustle play to get the ball back from Nantucket. Okay, bring it up.
Oh, man, that was a big blunder right there.
Okay. Yeah, you know, when you're clearing the ball in a situation like that, you don't want to be condensed in the middle of the field. And that time, you know, Keegan got a little too close to the midfield line, and they were able to cover, you know, one player with just one player to cover two, and as a consequence, there was an interception.
And that's getting close to the final time limit for Nantucket to make this anything. So
this game is effectively over right now. Just like to see Nantucket finish strong, play hard. You know, I think it just give. You know, we always give stars at the end of the game. I just give once again this week. Just give the stars to the senior class. They've had a great 4 years, and you hate to see it end, but you know, I really can't help but saying that. And I'm not. This is not a criticism of anyone or anything. It's just, you know, you play such a light schedule, and then you see a team like this. It's an adjustment. There's no question about it.
Right.
And our coaches have done a wonderful job with this team. That I said this last game. They've done their best to create competition in the group. They played some young players, trying to get them ready for next year and develop some depth. And they've made some strategy adjustments. But at some point, you know, it's really hard when you play a bunch of charter schools and whatnot that can barely, you know, catch the ball and then face real competition.
We're helping them get better, those weaker schools, by playing us.
Well, the problem is we've been saying that for about 5 years now. It doesn't seem to be happening.
I see.
Ball hit the back of the net. Spencer West with a nice effort play there. Spencer, you know, Spencer's he's had a good game. I mean,
he really has.
I think he
would be definitely getting a star. Right?
Yeah, he's got a couple. Well, he's a senior. I think they're all getting one today. But he's had a couple of goals. He's had, you know, some really good effort plays. And you know, it's just Cohasset did a good job of knowing our offense. I think early in the game when we had a couple extra man opportunities, you knew. Cohasset had scouted us. You heard him call out our wheel play. It kind of took us out of that. We didn't really have a real effective plan B on man up, and then we just made some you know, mental misplays. It happens. 1 minute to go. Cohasset looks like they're just going to hold the ball, or maybe not. But this, hats off to Cohasset. They're a real well-coached lacrosse team. They've been a real good program for a long time. They've got a real good parent group. You know, everybody we've ever dealt with over here has been first rate. So, and Norwell as well. You know, we've played Norwell a number of times, and you know, we've defeated Cohasset a number of times in years past, and we have a very gaudy record against Norwell. But you know, it's tough when you don't play those teams on a regular basis. And I think any coach or player can tell you that. 22 seconds left in the last game for the class of 2019. Once again, they've had a great run, 4 league championships, and they've done everything.
Some good sportsmanship over here, you know.
Yeah, the
guys.
Real nice Cohasset parents group here today, and you know, just a good event all around. Just wish the Whalers could have, you know, had a little bit better outcome. But anyway, Gino, thanks again for this year. It's a lot of fun, and. Thanks again to Whaler sports fans for tuning into Gino TV and watching your Whalers play lacrosse. Fastest sport on 2 feet and a lot of fun.
Let's just, before we go, we'll film a little bit of the kids and the end of a lot of the seniors are moving on. And
I'll tell you, Keegan Downey had a real good game today. That one missed play at the end, notwithstanding. I mean, he had a good game, and he probably, you know, stopped 4 or 5 shots that, you know, by all rights could have been goals.
And the coaches and what a stellar season, though, right? What did we go? 19-1.
19-1. That's most wins in program history, I think, and certainly the best winning percentage in program history. So, congratulations to the coaches and players and their families, and we'll look forward to next fall. Watch the fall sports.
Hey,
Okay, Gino, I'm going to run.
You got to get a ride, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Well, I want to thank you, Rick, for being such a great host, and we will see you folks for fall, and hopefully with instant replay. But I'm going to be knocking on everybody's doors because we're going to need some sponsors for this one. So don't hold back, folks. It's $15 a week, and support Gino TV. Thank you. Thanks, Rick.